What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel, Sports Life and Politics TV. And today, we'll be going back over this case that happened in Buffalo at the Tops grocery store, where a young man named Payton Gendron decided to walk into a store and start shooting unarmed black people, mostly elderly people. Now, in this case, from the very beginning, I knew something was suspicious. People act like they didn't have no idea what was going on. But when you make threats, you automatically go on watch lists. Now, I want to go over this little clip right here to prove to people that people within the government, people within law enforcement, actually knew beforehand what was going on. And I'm going to go into a clip of that, of them basically saying and admitting that. But before that, I'm going to give you a little bit of Negro Nostradamus. Okay, I made this video on May 16th. I think it's over 2 weeks ago. So we're going to take a little small look at a clip right here. I ain't gonna watch the whole video, but I'm gonna just prove to you that, you know, on this channel, we're a little bit ahead of the curve. We can see things happening before the national media ever say a word. Let me start the clip. And holding these people accountable for the things that they do. This kid had already made threats before in his high school to shoot up the high school. When you do that, you automatically go on the F.B.I. watch list. So obviously he was already on watch list. But yet they didn't watch it while he went in there and killed all these unarmed black people. And right there, it's more to the video, more prediction. But if you want me to go into the whole thing, you can watch this video on your own. It's on my page. Payton Gendron, a white supremacist mayonnaise monster who was on the loose in Buffalo, New York. But let's go to the clip that I really want to go over. That's the clip of the FBI knowing.
And joining our discussion now is Dan Urbeck, an investigative reporter for the Buffalo News and co-author of American Terrorist, Timothy McVeigh and the Oklahoma City bombing. Dan, thank you very much for joining us. What can you tell us about what you've discovered about the communications between this accused murderer and people he might have been communicating with?
Thanks, Lawrence. Well, this retired federal agent was part of this hate group that Gendron was communicating with, and we believe...
And let me say this. In every hate group, every militia, every kind of organization that might pose a threat in America, the FBI and the CIA, they already have agents in there. That goes for even black groups. That's like the Nation of Islam was overran with federal agents. The Black Panthers overran with federal agents. Now, when these federal agents join these white supremacist groups, they don't really care so much about them so much harming black people or other groups. Their main concern is that what you had was at the Capitol, insurrection. Their main concern is these guys pulling what he's talking about, a Timothy McVeigh, where they're mostly harming the government. I'm gonna say it again. They're not concerned about them so-called harming black people. I said it before. When the young kid made that threat to a school, he automatically went on a watch list. The algorithms automatically pick it up. And once the algorithm pick it up, it automatically shoots to a person, or the person, they automatically know. Nothing happened in this country without the American government knowing. They know everything. So let's keep the video going.
That about 30 minutes before the murders, he told the people in this hate group what was about to happen in the specific location where it was going to happen. Now, could they have stopped it in 30 minutes if they...
Now, I want you to ask yourself this. Could you have stopped it in 30 minutes? You damn right. If you called your mom right now to tell her to call your sister right now, how many minutes would that take? They could have got that call from that FBI agent, could have immediately called the field office. The field office immediately called the Buffalo Police Department. The Buffalo Police Department could have called Tops. They could have got all that done within 12 minutes. You cannot tell me. This ain't 1967. We have fast communication. In 12 minutes, I'm being gracious with 12 minutes. You can get this done just like that. They could have had officers in front of that building. They could have warned that black dude who was in the store to start, the black security who's a former Buffalo officer. They could have warned him to, hey, let's get the customers back. As soon as that man came in there, they could have been ready in a defensive position to take him on. But nobody did nothing. And when he said that FBI agent was retired, he's a goddamn lie. There's no way that officer was retired. That's just him giving him a pass. Giving him a pass. I even said in my last video, man, a lot of these officers, they be part of these white supremacist groups. There's no doubt about it. I said it, I'm going to say it again. In 2006, the FBI did an investigation that said that the white supremacist groups were en masse joining the police departments around America. How do they know that? Because they had agents in the white supremacist groups. All of them. Keep the video going.
Have reached out to somebody, we're never going to know because they didn't try and call anybody.
Do they face any criminal liability for taking no action at all?
I don't know about taking.
Now, well, you hear the term white privilege, and it's thrown around a lot, but this is real white privilege right here, what you're seeing. Because if black people knew that somebody was supposed to do a mass shooting at a white store, you cannot tell me, there's nothing you can do to tell me that they would not be held accountable. And should they be held accountable? You goddamn right. If you have somebody that's supposed to go in there and kill a bunch of elderly people, you damn right. If somebody told you he's supposed to do that and he's threatened to do that, you're supposed to report that. If not, you're held liable. I don't like to get into the white privilege, but there are times. There's a time and a place for everything. This is most definitely the time to talk about white privilege. This is it right here. Let me back him up a little second.
Do they face any criminal liability for taking no action at all?
I don't know about taking no action at all as far as that being a criminal charge, but I can guarantee you that law enforcement will be looking in every possibility of finding a way to charge people who help this guy in any way, either through advice, encouragement, helping him to get weapons or magazines or other things that he used for this horrible crime.
Well, you would think that a retired federal agent would know exactly how to call directly to the Buffalo Police Department.
And there it is. That's what I just said. They said he was retired FBI. That's a lie, obviously. But even if you was retired, you would know how to. All you do is call the field office. It's not even that. You can literally, in seconds, Google local field office. I'm talking about not even being a FBI agent. Local field office. Closest FBI office to me. The Google will pop it up in seconds. So these people he's actually asking the questions, but he's asking it in such a tone as it's a little disrespectful. It really is, y'all, because I've seen news anchors get way more aggressive in asking. He asked that question because he has no choice but to ask that question.
Or federal authorities who would then immediately contact Buffalo. 30 minutes is plenty of time to dispatch units to that supermarket.
I agree with you, and that would be assuming that the retired agent wanted to make such a call.
There it is. That's interesting. If he wanted, so what they're selling is that the retired agent had became a white supremacist.
Whoever was hearing this information in advance of this massacre.
Do I buy he's retired? Absolutely not.
Did not make any attempts to reach law enforcement as far as we've been told.
Dan, what similarities have you found so far in your reporting with this case and with the...
Hold on, I think let me see if I seen something. Hold on, give me 1 second.
As far as we've been told.
Dan,
And I want you to look at this picture. If you're a black person, this is disturbing. Why in the fuck are you on your knees? Why are you kneeling and taking a knee to white supremacy? Are you out of your damn mind? Nigga, if you don't get up, that's just disgusting. That looks weak and pathetic. Nobody cares about... Listen to me. I like Game of Thrones. You don't never bend the knee. I don't give a damn what it is. You stand up and you stand strong. You taking a damn knee. And they went in there, he went in there shooting black people at a point blank range with an AR-15. You got to be nuts. Keep the video going.
Similarities have you found so far in your reporting with this case and with the thinking of Timothy McVeigh that you studied so closely?
Well, we interviewed Timothy McVeigh for more than 70 hours on death row, and like this guy, McVeigh was totally involved with guns. He loved guns. Guns were the issue why McVeigh killed 168 people.
That was the most ridiculous thing I've heard in months. This man basically just said guns is the reason Timothy McVeigh killed people in Oklahoma. You would think if I listened to him that Timothy McVeigh went to the federal building with a gun. He blew it up with a truck. What? What? Let's hear it one more time. Listen to this. These people do anything to get the guns out people's hands. Listen to this bullshit ass lie.
Involved with guns. He loved guns. Guns were the issue why McVeigh killed 168 people in Oklahoma City. McVeigh did have some racist opinions, but he was not a white supremacist. He had many close black friends in the U.S. Army, and he told us he could never be a white supremacist for that reason alone, because he...
Once again, that's a stretch. That's a stretch. Timothy McVeigh, could he... I mean, when you're in the military, could you have friends of other race? Absolutely. I'm pretty sure that happens all the time. But that don't mean Timothy McVeigh wasn't in a white supremacist group. I think that's a way, because I guess he wrote a book about him or interviewed him. That's a way of, throwing him a little softball. Something to make him, not look as bad. Oh, yeah, he might have blew up a federal building, killed 179 people, but he was no racist. You can bet your sweet ass he loved the black man. Get the fuck out of here. But, like I said, you can't have friends within the military, but that two things can be true at once, y'all.
Considered these black guys his battle buddies, but they had the same mindset in terms of the fact that they were willing to kill completely innocent people to make a political point.
Hey, you guys. I just had to go over that clip because this story you would think will be on every major news network, and it is not. If you see this video, man, share this video with other people, because I don't think this is getting enough visibility and credit for what it actually is. They telling you that the FBI was in this white supremacist group. They was in the chat. He told them 30 minutes beforehand what he was about to do, and people had time to fix it, and they did nothing. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. But, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. I just took you on one hell of a ride. Peace.